long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
So, big news, and it went by us without really paying any attention. Apparently, Mark Hamill has acknowledged his granddaughter. She's part of the family now, and that issue has been over for a long time. So, I scratched at the back of my head and am first of chastising myself for just assuming things, not doing my due diligence, and allowing myself to get wrapped up in the Gary Beekler neurotic stupidity of yelling and screaming over clickbait without due diligence. I don't try to do that. I have vetted any sources that I have. If I use somebody, that person's been looked at, etc. So the kid's mom went out and told Nerdrotic to leave the kid alone. Now, I got involved because I thought what was going on was Gary was making a statement that we thought was true at the time, and it wasn't. And I was envisioning SJWs attacking him. Now, I have no use for the big YouTube channels. They will clickbait anything to get money, okay? I mean, the drama that is caused by them in life. Because, look, any sort of industry that depends on laymen who are not professionals, who kind of, it's like filing your horse's feet without being a farrier, okay? You cannot pretend anything about the news without knowing how to collect it, okay? If you're just editorializing, that's fine, okay? Then your YouTube channel is nothing more than a letter to the editor, okay? That's it. So I'm, like pinching my nose going, I got involved because, I lean on the right. I'm a libertarian populist. And I lean on the right. I'm involved now because, when you've got divisive people like the SJWs who have basically formed a narrative that anybody who is a Trump supporter or hates the sequel trilogy is a bad person and an ist or phobe, we've got to defend each other, okay? And we don't do that very well because we eat our own, which I think works in Kathleen Kennedy's favor, as obviously it would, all right? I didn't realize until I read the lady's tweet back at Gary that everything was fine. So I went and I did my own research and I was like, oh, fuck. So to Megan, I apologize. To Mark, I apologize. I'm glad any issues were resolved and family and children are everything, okay? But I look at Nerdrotic and I said, basically, you need to retract what you said. You need to delete it. You need to apologize. And you need to stop this clickbait nonsense, which lots of times isn't right. Then I want to ask everybody, what else has he gotten wrong? You know, what else has he not been factual with? Okay, these are the questions that need to be asked, okay, because it hurts the community. Now, I don't mind if you're editorializing, but even that, shouldn't you do your due diligence and get as much information about the subject and think about it before you open up your mouth? Yes, and that's what I do. But let's talk about this further.
Is the glue to all 5 of these films that gave us all of our rhythm and all of our melody, the great maestro, John Williams.
Oh, Gonzo, hey, you want to do a puppet act with me?
Cue the disaster.
What's a puppet?
Oh, well, see,
It's a doll.
Yeah,
It's made to look
the doll.
alive by wiggling strings,
Yeah, with
or,
strings.
or putting your hand inside of it.
hands, like that.
What a stupid idea. Who wants to watch dolls wiggle?
Well,
I mean, even I wouldn't do an act like that. Doll wiggling, talk about boring.
I didn't have the heart to tell him.
The age of men is over. The time of the orc has come.
So, what do we gain from all this? We gain from the fact that there's a lot of misinformation on both sides of the aisle. We look at the fact that irrationality reigns supreme, okay? Being an emotional, immature jackass on YouTube is the only way to be. Ride the algorithm, okay? We've learned that, these people on YouTube can be very wrong. We've learned that it's probably time for people who send them money, watch their shows, get all rowdy, and, want to go out and do the cultural battle, are being manipulated and getting the wrong information. Look, these people scream and shout, Star Wars is dead. I just chased 2 jackasses off this channel for not probably even watching the video, the last video I made. And the reason is this. That is a clickbait statement without any real evidence. Gary can make up all the evidence he wants. If you look at the information that was pulled up in the Forbes article from last week, you know that they have not broken even at all, despite, bragging about merchandise sales. The sequel trilogy is not being touched. That was the first statement in that article. Now, Gary might have read that, but does he understand it? No, because in his mind, the sequel trilogy is inevitable. Because he honestly thinks that there's no way that Disney is going to put the sequel trilogy in a place where it doesn't hurt the franchise anymore. Now, he says that because he wants it to hurt the franchise. And he wants it because he makes money out of saying Star Wars is dead. With a bunch of very illiterate, ignorant people, sending him money and getting all fired up. That's not what's going on. That's not what the article was saying. The article basically implied that changes are coming. That, one of these days we're going to wake up and find out Rey is no longer at Galaxy's Edge. That Kyle Ron is being replaced. That this stuff is going in a different direction. Okay, all the pieces are in place. With Ahsoka Again, where's Anakin Skywalker? Gary's not going to ask that. Again, after this fiasco with Mark Hamill, etc., can you really trust Gary to tell the truth? Does he even want to tell the truth? Or is he someone who, like the lady that runs NPR, is the truth even that important? It is. And if you can't be bothered, and you have a YouTube channel that has that many subscribers, if you cannot be bothered to do your due diligence, to find out what's really going on, to look at the public things we know about something, and then to reach out to people who actually are part of an industry to ask what their take is and what they've heard, you're an editorializer. You're nothing but a fanboy. And you're making money off of not giving people the correct information. Okay. Look, blackpilling doesn't, in my opinion, help anybody. And we live in a world where the conservative right, so-called, isn't looking for solutions. I remember a day when a guy named Ronald Reagan basically said, our best days are ahead of us. We are going to go forward, and we have solutions to the problems. Now, if we can't, as a fandom, look at Disney's economic status, and start playing Where's Waldo with Kathleen Kennedy, and acknowledge other things like the house being sold, the fact that she has not made any public appearances or statements, why we can't say, oh, we got the Jon Favreau story wrong. We have a problem. Because if the facts don't fit your narrative, you're going to have to fix your narrative. Okay? It's not like, climate scientists. They come up with a hypothesis that's proven wrong. Instead of saying, okay, our hypothesis is wrong, they make up a new hypothesis or change it so they get money from individuals and grants, etc. Meanwhile, they're not telling the truth. Meanwhile, they're trying to bend the science to what they think is happening. It's the same thing with the fandom, okay? Look at what we know. Go read the Forbes article. Look at Gary and ask yourself, how could he have gotten this so wrong? Okay? And again, to Megan, to Mark, to Nathan, I apologize profusely for being part of this shit. Not where I really end up. And to the people that are defending Nerdrotic, really? Stop doing that. Start actually thinking about what was really going on. And look at him right in the eye and say, what else have you not been honest about? Or what else have you gotten wrong? Okay? And that goes for all the bigger YouTubers. Okay? They're not professionals. They don't do their due diligence. And they don't entertain an unbiased look. Okay? They think it's always us against them. And it's not always that black and white. All right? So, I apologize profusely. And I'm really glad that that family is tight, as they should be. Kids are important, like I've said. And to Gary, come on, man. You got it wrong. Time to fess up. This is Steph signing out. See you around the galaxy.